Hello and welcome to TOYSREVIL. My name is Andy. I run the TOYSREVIL blog. And I wanted to talk a little bit about my top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL for the past week. That's the official title. And it's a genesis of how it came about. Seeing that this particular list that you're looking at now, is essentially the final one for the year 2020. Thinking back, I started the list because it's a Monday blog post, published on Monday. Anyway, I started it because of the main thing being I have given myself a day off. And the 7 days of blogging and 6 days of blogging. So on a Monday is the day I gave myself a day off, which I had initially not wanted to blog, but knowing my workaholic self, I needed to have something. So initially, top 10 blog posts on TOYSREVIL for the past week was essentially a post such as this, that it would be used primarily based on statistics recorded on the blog based on readers' clicks. So it's initially I thought it's like no-brainer lah, don't need to think so much based on your feedback, and I post what you like to read or what you had read for the past week. Admittedly, so shamefully saying. But as the days go on, as the lists started coming in, then I started to get very intrigued with what people had chosen to click on to read, because it's a mixture of recent blog features, and I started to see quite a lot of older blog features. When I say older, it could range from a couple of years to like this current list. There's one from 2009. 11 years ago. So that boggles me and intrigues me, and it fascinates me as well. With the current blogger statistics, I am also unable to trace where these clicks originate from. So it's also frustrating at the same time as it is fascinating, because I constantly wonder, where do people find TOYSREVIL? It's one thing when you Google search words, and another thing where I can recognize or deduce when artists and folks or creators share my blog post. That's very important. I've always felt, not just to me, it's not exactly an ego thing, no, not at all. It's also to everyone else who is blogging and who shares everybody's posts. It's at least a little thank you that you needn't physically say thank you, but it's to share and give thanks and link back to folks who had blogged about you. And not necessarily everybody feels the same way, not that you have to, and not necessarily everybody shares when folks take the effort to post about you. And I'm saying that as a blogger, in the context of a blogger, but I'm also appreciative because I do get my blog post shared. So that's always a great stuff. That's always great, a booster. And as well, what's the word for it? Acknowledgement of my effort. No doubt about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that it doesn't matter, I'm here for the community. Yes, I am. But also, I appreciate the effort that people share. I'll put it out there right now, here and now. And there are a lot more bloggers out there and folks who share your stuff that I feel would appreciate and will appreciate your share. Having said that, I'm rambling more than I should when I should be talking about the top 10 blog posts. So essentially, it has morphed from since its creation to be something that I felt I needn't spend too much effort on, to something that I look forward to doing every week, actually, beyond the page counts. because it all attributes to what folks are interested to read about on the Toys R Evil blog. And this is the closest to feedback I get, where I constantly ask, and I very sadly do not get as much feedback as I would love to be able to know moving forward. So now I have deduced or already have assumed blog posts such as this and projects such as this being the feedback that I can tangibly receive, to know that at least know what folks are interested to read about. It might be something that helps me move forward to blog, but at the same time, maybe I'm not so clever to do that. I'm just intrigued at what people are interested to read about. It's as simple as that. And for all intents and purposes, as how the blog is structured since its inception, is to also not just share within the community of folks who know what's going on, who know who's who and what toys are available, but also to the general public who have, in some form or another, found Toys R Evil and want to know a little bit more about the toy culture and the culture we all are used to, without the fear of needing to, or rather without the fear of jumping into something so neck deep that they choose not to because it's too much of a hassle to understand. Does it make sense? It makes sense to me in my brain. So the top 10 list is essentially a weekly recommended read list as well, based on what everybody else is reading. So for folks that are interested to come in to find out more about the scene, they can click on this without feeling the need to know more about the scene to enjoy it. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain. And with this being the final list for 2020, again, it's been very interesting because two older pieces of news jumped to the top. And that's interesting for me. And I hope that also opens up to folks who might have just come into the scene relatively new, that they can actively find something from the past to look at, be it from an artist that's still active, or an artist that has gone out of the scene or has left the scene, but their works remain part of the scene. And that's the beauty of toys, I feel. Is not just a tangible plastic or resin painted thing. It's also the legacy of art, their designs, their concept that last throughout the years, and it has been since, maybe for me, the late 90s, since I started collecting, and actively blogging since 2005. Toys R Evil, so it's a massive, long, retrospective catalog, maybe, culture that folks can tap into and have access to, even in this age here and now. So I'm hoping that the top 10 blog posts on Toys R Evil for the past week, I'm trying to think of a shorter name for it, but I'm not clever enough. It's something that I had my doubts to continue doing, but have since decided that it's something that I will continue to do moving forward to 2021. And I hope that it is something enriching and beneficial, if not beneficial, enriching for you, the readers, to click and read about moving forward, or have had read in the past incarnations. With that, I think I ramble on a little bit too much. Thank you all for listening. And probably you see my face talking for a lot more moving forward in 2021. Nonetheless, thank you for reading Toys R Evil. See you on the blog soon. Hello and welcome to Toys R Evil. Hello and welcome to Toys R Evil. You don't need these hands. Hello, welcome to TOYSREVIL. Today I want to talk a little bit about my top 10 weekly lists. Hello, welcome to TOYSREVIL. Today... Hello, welcome to TOYSREVIL. Today I want to take a